Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks, Futures, and Forex Market Preview for the week beginning Sunday, October 31st. Happy Halloween, ending Friday, the 5th of November. Hope you had a good trading week. Let's actually start with the Forex stuff as usual. Sorry, here's the dollar index. Daily chart, a couple of weird days there, but didn't really make any progress either way. The euro dollar is going to be the inverse of the dollar index. Not much there either, although we are 12 candles down now so we're almost to a 13 buy signal on the euro dollar. We'll see what happens. Pound dollar, on the other hand, again, kind of a wiggly week until Thursday or Friday, and then dropped. The Aussie dollar, not very interesting. None of it was very interesting. Here's the euro yen. I don't see much there either. And here's the pound yen. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff here. Here's the 30-minute candles. Let's go to the euro dollar to start with. High to low for the week is about, and again, the action was all a little bit Thursday and then Friday. Look how flat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were. High to low for the week is 160 pips, not even that, 150. Whole thing's covered just on that 24-hour window, Thursday to Friday. Pound dollar, high to low for the week is not that interesting either. It's barely 150 pips, and again, a lot of the action late in the week. So Forex is still struggling. I wouldn't get wrapped up in Forex or be banking your life on it right now, but we do still continue to play it for small size. All right, here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form. Why not? New closing high on the market. I guess. I mean, whatever. Let's just keep going up. Who cares? Who cares about anything? Valuations, everything doesn't seem to matter anymore. There's supply chain issues. There's all these things. We shall see what happens. All right, crude oil down 67 cents to 82.90. Gold is down $3.10, which is interesting. The ES, now we'll get back to that. The S&P cash gained 8.96. So Friday was dead. Remember, Friday was end of October statement printing, month-end statement printing. It's not a quarter end, but it still is what it is. But we're still at all-time highs in the markets. Nasdaq 100 also at all-time highs. Now up 72 points on Friday, helped by Google and Tesla and whatnot. We'll see that in a minute. Stocks up 12, almost back to highs again. Biotech's down 17, okay. Russell 2000 loses 78 cents. But again, this thing's been stuck in this range. We're getting to the point where we may go a whole year with the Russell never moving. The Dow up 89 points, very near all-time highs. Actually, I think it might be a closing high, even if it's not an all-time high. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up 45 cents, so rates are heading a little bit lower again. Got the advanced decline ratio on the Nasdaq plus 93, so pretty flat, and that's expected on that Friday for the statement printing. On the New York, negative 76. The trend closes at 1.83. Puts 10-day at 1.19, so there's nowhere near a sell signal there. Nasdaq volume, 5.3 billion shares, down a little bit from the rest of the week. Remember, this was the first part of earnings season. We have the rest the week ahead. This is going to be core earnings still to come, although some of the big ones like Microsoft and Google and everybody have reported. Typically, it ends with Microsoft, but it's kind of been shifted. It's not the same as it used to be when it comes to earnings. The VIX down 27 cents to 16.26. Apple loses $2.77. Amazon down 74.14 after. So it's, whatever, is what it is. Facebook up $6.65. Google gains 43.94. New closing highs there. Goldman Sachs down $1.47. There's a nice cup and handle on Goldman Sachs, so you can kind of expect that one to end up on the report, the picks for Monday, the plus report. Netflix is up 16.26, but that is a 13 sell signal on Netflix, so let's just be aware of that. Tesla down up 36.96, no 13 there. Zoom down $1.93. This thing's hanging near the lows. I should point out Microsoft became the biggest company in the world again this week, outpacing Apple and Google again. So with the big move up. All right, Bitcoin's at 61,785. Let's look at the intra-week action. We will go to 10-minute candles on the ES and the NQs just to see what happened. And, again, Monday flat and then moved up a bit. Tuesday gap up, came back down, almost filled the gap, closed very narrowly up Wednesday, dead flat, dead flat, dead flat, and then sold off, filled that gap, and the close on Wednesday takes you all the way back to where we were the prior week. So as of the net of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not only was it flat action, but it ended up being flat net. Thursday, we gap up, push a little higher, and then dead flat the rest of the day. Friday, gap down, fill the gap, and again, they're going to print those statements as close to the highs as they can, as usual. All right. So that's that. In terms of economic data in the week ahead, look, let's just do it this way. We've got I've got a few things. So we're a week away from the time change. We're many weeks away from Thanksgiving. That's the next big holiday. Be aware that Thursday is Veterans Day here in the U.S. No, it's one more week out. Sorry, ignore that. So here's the data. Look, a lot of Europe's on a bank holiday for Monday. We've got some manufacturing PMI numbers out of Europe and then the U.S. Same with Canada. That gets us all the way into Tuesday. We've got a rate announcement out of Australia. Most of these aren't very interesting. I'm going to skip through it because it's just not the big data. Manufacturing PMI, again, out of Europe. AIG Construction Index out of Australia. Labor Cost Index out of New Zealand. And employment rate out of New Zealand. Japan's on a bank holiday on Tuesday. Building approvals out of Australia. Caxton Services PMI out of China. Nationwide Housing Price Index out of the UK. Spanish unemployment change out of Europe. Italian monthly unemployment rate out of Europe. Final Services PMI out of the UK. Got the unemployment rate out of Europe. ADP non-farm employment change out of the U.S. at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. ISM Services PMI and factory orders at 10. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. Final Services PMI. And we do have a Fed meeting this week. So that's a 2-day meeting. That's going to slow things up maybe for Tuesday into Wednesday a little bit. Wednesday will probably be the slower day from that perspective. Retail sales out of Australia. Trade balance out of Australia. Swiss SECO consumer climate out of Switzerland. German factory orders out of Europe. Spanish services PMI. Italian services PMI. We got all the services PMI numbers later in the week around the world. UK has a rate announcement at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. On Friday, still on Thursday here on the North American side, trade balance out of the U.S. and Canada. So that's one of our big three each month. This will be half size for Forex ahead of that. We'll also be half size ahead of the Wednesday Fed meeting. Natty gas at 10:30 here. Household spending out of Japan. And then German industrial production, Halifax HPI, French industrial production, Italian retail sales out of Europe, the unemployment rate and the unemployment out of the U.S. So that's another one of our big three. So we've got the rate announcement Wednesday, we've got the trade balance on Thursday, and we've got the unemployment rate Friday. So we'll be half size for Forex most of the week. And by the way, that probably makes sense because it hasn't been moving anyways. And then a couple minor numbers the rest of Friday. I will say this. The following week we have the Veterans Day, and that's on Thursday, so that's a bank holiday here in the U.S. Stock market's open, but banks are closed, so no Forex calls, but also just kind of a pain for everything else that we do. That's it. We'll see what we get. We will call the rest from the tape. We'll have reports up. We're starting the week fully loaded. Charts as usual brought to you. We had a great week last week, by the way. No problems. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.